screen, I go to a website which is niftyanalysis.in. Most of you must have come from either Twitter um, or an existing subscriber. So when you go to our website, niftyanalysis.in, we have the resources tab at the top where you have market wrap, you have handbook, uh, and you also have about BHOOMI 2.0. So what I would suggest is download the handbook for now, which is on our website. In the meanwhile, I'm going to attach it to the webinar handouts as well. But you can download it from our website under resources handbook. And once you're done with this webinar, I suggest you to go to Market Wrap and look at our videos. And Raksha is gonna create a new set of videos which will be updated here soon, which are on our advanced absolute levels, which was introduced 1 or 2 weeks back, which are nothing but the reversal and breakout levels. So that's a little bit of heads up that we have for now. And thank you for joining again. Good evening. Today I have Karthik with me. Good evening, Karthik.
Hey Rakesh, very good evening.
Hey, Karthik, thank you for joining us today. I'm going to give you attendee screen sharing rights. 53% are new today and 47% are existing users.
Okay.
Right, so you have the access now, and in the
Right.
interest of our new members, please walk us through.
Of course. Firstly, great Sunday, guys. I've been missing the action on the Slack. I mean, I told you like since 3 days I was into something else, and anyways, I'm back now. So there'll be a lot of fun tomorrow on Slack. So for all the new people who have actually joined, very welcome to you guys. We are doing something here called BHOOMI 2.0, and this is nothing but a decent grand GAN breakouts and advanced GAN strategies, which includes in this indicator called BHOOMI 2.0. The object of the whole purpose of BHOOMI 2.0 here is to predict the market before it's happening. As I tell you, most of the time what happens in the market is when the market is moving up or down, if it is not doing anyways, that is called sideways, there's always some action happening. Let us assume that there is this stock called Reliance and it shot up due to certain fundamental reasons or whatever it is. Most people, what they tend to do is like when the stock is going up, they tend to buy, and when it is falling down, they tend to actually sell along with them, thinking that the stock is falling. We need to actually sell right now. It's falling from there, or it's coming up. We should buy it. But guys, let me tell you very one thing very seriously. The stock is moving because some people have already purchased it. In the sense, the action has already been done. When you get into it, first thing first is you're way too far from your stop loss. And what you do here is like to save your equity because you're only 50% sure that the stock is going to go up. So what you do is you put a stop loss over there in certain point, in certain way that your equity shouldn't die. Or like, okay, guys, I can take only 3,000 loss today on this particular stock. Let me place a stop loss here. What happens is your 3,000 is gone because you never knew what was happening in the market, because from the very beginning you had no clue why the market is going up or why the market is coming down. So this basic mistake, when most of the time 99% people in stock market they lose, guys. There's not even 90%. The 1% they do exactly opposite of what a normal trader do, that is go along with the market in a smart way. In a sense, keep your stop losses in such places where they're not going to hit. And for that, we have designed something called reversal. This one, and which is going to look like this on the back test. I'm going to come there, and this is BHOOMI 2.0 for you. This is BHOOMI 2.0 for you, and there's the purple candle. When a candle like this happens, it means it is a potential signal stating that there is a huge buy happening at this time. You would not put your stop loss here below this star. You would put your stop loss below the previous low. And you see how it went. Out of 100 purple candles, 90 purple candles go and hit their target in such a way that even if you have hit stop losses on 10 candles or 5 candles or whatever it is, You're going to recover everything because these are high velocity trades, in the sense like high momentum trades. Like you enter, you're going to take a lot of money into it. And when you see this buy and sell signals, these are for advanced traders. They use them for certain other things. I'm not saying they don't work, they work. But if you are a new trader, if you don't know anything about trading, and if you want to explore trading without losing much equity, without losing much capital, this is the candle, my friends, you need to trade. We call this as a BHOOMI purple candle. What is a purple candle? Let me tell you, there's no big, huge secrets or something. There are certain mathematical sequences. We can say like Fibonacci has certain levels, people tend to follow 618, all the other levels. What happens here is, guys, they have all been overused. You type Fibonacci 618, there'll be 1,000 videos. You go and type VWAP series, there are 10,000 videos. People know what is happening in the market. If VWAP is telling me to buy here, why do you think somebody is actually selling you? Do you think he doesn't have access to VWAP? Things don't work like that. You will make money in 2-3 trades. After that, you take hitting back-to-back losses in such a way that you will not come out of it. And again, you add more equity, then more equity, then more equity. You keep adding your equity. That's it. You wouldn't be actually in a position where you'll actually do a withdrawal. A decent withdrawals you never see, because you put your stop losses here, or the other thing is like you sell without understanding what is happening in the market. See, guys, intraday is not supposed to be. I even tweeted on my day. It is not an instrument which is supposed to be traded in futures. When you trade one lot of future, you short one lot of options. That's how it works. It's a hedge. It's for purely hedging purposes. But most people don't know about it. They try to come to futures. They take shots. What's going to happen? Losing equity. So we have designed this purple one so that you look into this. When this happens, just go for it. Or if you even if this is not going good, if this is hitting stop loss, the stop loss is only here. Normally on Nifty 50 stocks, we can see 4 to 5 purple candles in a day on an average day. On days where VIX is uncertain and VIX is a bit rough, you see some 15 to 20 purple candles as well, because they tend to keep happening always all the time. So how do you eradicate that? You don't eradicate that. Take smaller of the smaller purple candle. Look into it. When the purple candle is small, or even of this medium size, that's okay. When a purple candle is like huge, where is a purple candle? Okay, they happen rare, so not able to find it. I might find it on some stock other than this. Okay, there's this purple candle. Can you see? This is the one which have actually failed. And look at our failure here. Let me put this. If someone tells you stock market is always about making money, it's not. It is about understanding your risk and playing the game in a beautiful way. So this is your stop loss. No, I would actually put it here. So this is your stop loss. And what was your stop loss? Let me also put it. Where did you hit? This was your hit. Your hit was 1.28%, and your profit was 5.70% on the next candle. I'm not saying that purple candles are like 100%, but if they fail you like this. This is the kind of level 1.28%, 5.20 rupees on Axis Bank. On here, 23.60 rupees on Axis Bank. The risk is same, but just look at it. So that is about the purple candles, guys, and most of the BHOOMI users are already using them, and they understand it. And there is something which I need to tell you for all the BHOOMI users. Please note this down. Tomorrow this is going to come very handy, because tomorrow is going to be a profitable day. I need to find a stock. Okay, this is the stock here. Let me switch back to 3 minutes. I'm not using 3 minutes, and this is only for you guys to show. Guys, okay, when you see a buy here, from this zone, this green zone, go ahead for it, because your stop loss is very less. Your stop loss is like hardly 2 3 rupees. When you take a trade on this line, on green line, for the above this line and for the above this line, 6345, your targets are huge and your risk is very small. If you take a buy on this candle, the chances of this candle coming down, hitting the spot and going up further. So why I'm actually telling you is, not many users have large equities. To put a stop loss from here to here, you need to have a lot of margin in your account. So to save your margin, this is a technique which I'm going to give you. Just play in between these zones. See how beautifully, even from the sell, it has to come till here. And this is going to do the same action. Let me come to some other stocks. Let me see what the stocks have done. See, this is where I'm telling you. When you get a buy, do not do it. So most of the time, it tends to come till this point. And again, boom. But in this case, the market was trending on the day. So you could only see how this thing happening like this. So I'm not going to give you an example of that. Let me check where my examples are. See this one. From blue, from green to red. And when you see a close and open and close both of a candle, again you short, you saw that level. You played both sides basically. And make sure that you don't do it in between the zones unless and until you see some red zones in between, the zones which I've created in between. So only to showcase you the impact of these two lines, I've actually shifted down to 3 minutes. Else, I trade only on 15 minutes time frame or even 5 minutes time frame. So this is what, because you cannot actually catch the action on 15 minutes. So to make sure that you understand what I'm talking, you can short the stock here, because this is not going to retrace. Once it starts falling down from this red, the stock is not going to come up. It is not going to come up till bullish breakout. 90% of the times it's not going to come up. It's only going to fall from this red line. The same thing with the blue line, because it's not going to come up. It has to go and touch this line. What are these lines? I'll tell you. These are some new techniques which Rakesh has invented through few GAN lines, which me and Rakesh are still working on. So that is the whole system of it. And I can keep giving examples of what happens. See, green to red. And if you don't see this particular thing, how the whole chart is going to look like, it's going to look like this. What would you do here? You will not buy, you will not sell, you would do something fancy, and you may sell here. We have a sell label, you may sell here. What happened? See, this is the very reason we are giving you these lines, guys. Now see how clear this picture is. You got to sell, you already knew that the target has been done. You don't really have to wait in this particular thing. When there is again a sell here, you would do that in 3 minutes. The picture is much clear. You can do that and you can play the game till your green zones. So this is the thing about the zones, and this is the thing about the bank nifty and the purple candle. This is how the bank nifty purple candle looks like. From here we got a buy, and let me put this and this and this. I'm not going to take this high because intraday was this high. I would not even go for this. I would actually do something like this. It was a 2.25%, 484.16 points on this into 25 is something which you can put. So that's how the bank nifty played on 1st of July. So guys, any BHOOMI subscribers, you can ask me any questions, and even the people who are new to this product, please ask me any questions. I'm here. Over to you, Rakesh.
All right, thanks so much, Karthik. Let me go to question section and see if we have something to learn. Um, Tirmalai asked a question that good evening, happy Guru Purnima, and
Thank you so much. We should the same. Tirmalai.
yeah, his question was using absolute reversal levels and sentiment and option levels. So how do we trade?
Okay.
So
You don't work on the sentiment option levels, because I'll tell you something very clearly. In fact, I'm going to put more focus on what you asked right now and create a video. Mostly by tonight or morning, you're going to have that video. It's going to have more inputs. So these are the option levels, guys. BHOOMI subscribers already know about this. And for the new people, I'm just telling you, this comes with a two pairs of red lines, two pair of green lines. And once you see a open and close of a candle above the green line, or when you see a buy signal, or when you see something, you just go ahead into it and you take a call of 575. when the price was at 558, 560, that means 15 rupees profit was there on Airtel. You knew which call to buy at this time. This was your primary target, this green line. When the stock was in the making, when this was happening, this is the call you need to buy, or you buy in the money call, because this is not going to come down unless or until it goes and touches the green line. I can give you all the examples on all the 50 stocks, but these levels are exclusive for our members, so I cannot share unless the Bharti Airtel chart. So, Tirumalai, I think when you are actually trading this, please make sure about only two things. The zone has been already formed. Come to 1 hour. Check that the zone has been already formed. You know, if you take a buy here, you there was open and close, almost simple open and close. And the moment this has opened, because it's a 1 hour candle, you just take in the money call. You would have made 15 rupees in this. So that is the thing, and I'm going to give you the sentiment part as well. If you're trading on 1 hour time frame, just look at 120 minutes. That's it. And if 120 minutes and your 1 hour is already there in the happening, you just need to go with that. Yeah, Prakash.
Thanks, Karthik. I'm going to pick up another question from Gurmeet Singh. Will this work on internet without downloading?
What?
Yes, this is a cloud-based platform. It is a browser-based, so it will work on a browser, and it also has an app, and even BHOOMI 2.0 works on your mobile phone app. Uh, Gurmeet Singh asked a question: any trial for a day available for BHOOMI?
No, no, Gurmeet. We don't provide trials. Sorry. But you can actually check most of my tweets, and there's our Telegram channel where we post almost a few trades every time. So you can trade from there. No issues.
All right,
Yeah, Prakash.
Kushal, one of our subscribers says he cannot see BHOOMI option lines. So, Kushal, please
You
ping on
cannot
the
see
support
Bhumi
number.
option lines. That's because you don't. Yeah.
Yeah, maybe you can just take it offline. Ujjwal Reddy, he again wishes happy Guru Purnima. Thank you, Ujjwal. Wish you the same. Happy Guru
Thank you
Purnima.
so much.
And he says, I have a question. May I know the system? Is it possible in futures to do online or offline workshop where we can learn process rather than following, where we can mix our own strategies also?
You can. You can definitely do that. See, once you start using Bhumi, you would understand two things. It's a very easy to read tool. It's a simple funda tool where you see a purple line, purple candle. You just go ahead with that. And see, let me tell you something here. The top traders in the world, in India, I think there are only four or five. They have only single strategy. They don't use more than two or three strategies. So if your cycle is consisting of what you already know and you're adding something to it, it goes really wonderful. But if there is some blunder in what you already know, then you're mixing it with Bhumi, it's going to backfire you. The very reason is because you're not following both any of them. You're 50% there, you're 50% here. You try to take a call based on something, by the time the action is already over. So if you have a thorough analysis on GAN cycles and the square root breakout theories and minus 16-degree angle and minus 24-degree angles, you should definitely mix with your strategy. It's going to give you a marvelous thing, because this, whatever you're looking, is exactly a copy of that. I'm not going to
All
give
right.
you the input. If you're asking me that, I'm not going to give you that. Rakesh
Yeah,
is
I
going to
think
bang me if I do that. He works so hard on this code. So I'm
I
not going to
know.
do that. Yeah.
So Harshit Mishra has a question. What is the best time frame for intraday using Bhumi? And how do we do stock selection?
Okay. Stock selection is something I would always tell you. Come at 9:15. Click the percentage bar. You'll always see the top 10 stocks here and top falling stocks here. Both you can see them, the top stocks and all. You can pick any of the signals from the first 10 stocks here. And that's the best way to do it, because you're already there in the day's momentum. So that's something which you do. And anyways, I'm coming with something called on the Slack group. The Slack is a beautiful active channel. We already have few top traders. I hope there are some traders right now in this session as well. And you can a lot of people keep trading on new stocks, and they keep talking to each other, which stock which person bought, all this information, and people are friendly there. And I'm also coming, so it's just 3 days I've been absent to my own class, so I also be there on from Monday, so you can ask us live in the market whether you need to buy that stock or not, and most of the time you get the response in less than 30 seconds. Yep.
Right. We have a lot of attendees who are not from India today.
Hmm.
I would
What do they like to see?
request them. No, yeah. So I'm just volunteering to request. Please use the question section if you're looking for anything specific in global markets or Nasdaq. I'm going to walk you through them, but the Eric, Michelle, and John Johnson. Yeah. So if you have any other questions specific to your markets, let us know. Uh, we can definitely take it here. Otherwise,
uh, by
I'll pick
default,
up
I'm
the
actually showing Apple stock, because it's a favorite stock of mine, and I love the company. So this
who knows it better.
so this is the cell generated in the Apple, and this is how it goes when you're trading our BHOOMI Nasdaq. And I am using BHOOMI 2.0 Pro that has admin access, that has all the code mixed in one, rather than me choosing and picking all the indicators in one. We have just coded everything into one, so it tends to act on a stock which we pick up. So, but when you're using something called BHOOMI Nasdaq, there's a special product guide. It works so amazingly in Nasdaq markets. So I'm just as Rakesh said, I'm just volunteering this Apple stock, showing them how it's working.
Right, right. And Neeraj has a question on BSC. So this indicator doesn't apply for
No,
BSC
it doesn't work.
markets.
It doesn't
Yeah.
work. It doesn't
So Chandra Patel. Hi, sir. Happy Guru Purnima.
work. Thank you so much.
Sir, GAN never traded intraday. I heard
Hmm.
that it's famous for swing trading. So the
Absolutely. True
signal
that.
only for intraday or swing.
Okay. It's very interesting question, man. I mean, like, I love people who has great enthusiasm on GAN. See, when GAN traded swing, or when GAN was WD GAN was there and all, we never had applications like TradingView, Zerodha, all sort of things. He was trading in a different environment, in a different culture. Their trading style was different. If you believe that, there was no selling of stocks, the many things have changed over the years. And the very famous our candlestick theory, when it came to us from the Japanese, trust me, we haven't even coded 70% of it. Even today, I'm telling you this. Not me, any analyst you pick up from top hedge funds, they're going to tell you the same thing. Because most of the candlesticks patterns have been organized in something called high frequency trading, and they catch all these candlestick patterns and they try to overtrade you, they try to overlock you, they have something called a choke point system. They try to choke you there. Now, coming back to this theory, I have slightly modified it using my own mathematical skills, taking WD Gann into the priority, his studies and his research materials into the priority, his newsletters, which have been circulated to many of the investors as a priority. I took something and I've done something here, and successfully so far, my friend, is working. So you can use it in even on a 3 minute time frame, because we live in a very fast paced world.
Right. And I think to address the second point, how do we do swing trading? I mean the
Swing is
1 hour.
something you work on this system, the 1 hour, and we have a sentiment meter. See, this is how the swing happens, and just imagine from 21748 on Bank Nifty to 22343. Now the point comes, where do you go? Where are you going to exit on this? See, you can actually take a half of the swing and wait till it to book half profits or nothing, or we can just go ahead and make sure that you made real good percent. Let me put this in this way so you'll understand what swing trading I'm talking about. I normally don't put at the bottom of the candle, but as we see a wick, so I'm taking it as a. Yep. So there was 595 point run in 1 hour system, and that is something which I want you to look at. Other than that, I would not recommend you to go into daily, but on daily also it works. And the next beautiful pattern to work on Bank Nifty in 1 hour is a star followed by the buy. You stay in the trade till you see a red zone. You see a red zone, you exit the trade, or you see a red star, you exit the trade in swing trading. Let me point this because many people say that they might be having the webinar from their mobile phones, so stars won't be so prominent. This is your entry, and this was your exit. That was 17.3% almost. So this is how you do swing trading based on 1 hour candles. You exit at this star or you exit at this particular uh, red zone. But if you have made an exit here, you would have missed a beautiful thing till here again back. That comes again back to uh, that comes again back to 22.26% on Bank Nifty. So you would have missed that part, but that's something that's a hard battle between greed and fear, my friend. So these are the two things I want you to look at when you're trading on a swing. Yeah, Rakesh.
Okay, that was great, Karthik. We have some questions on Nifty as well. They want to see how it works in Nifty.
Mm-hmm.
And Dhrumit Thakkar. I'm not sure. I think he's not a subscriber, but he was keen to know how would you trade on Nifty using BHOOMI 2.0.
Okay. There is something which boys have been discovered since I think Rahul must be in the room. He discovered some pattern in Nifty. And the trading, I would not actually show you this because I have to go back to my mapping thing. This is how a BHOOMI reversals look like. Guys, this is BHOOMI 2.0 and this is reversal created by Rakesh. And so what he does is he tends to, and I think they started calling Rahul as a 3M Rahul because 3 minute he's been trading. I'm not so sure. I mean, if it is for him or like, I don't know, it's trading. So if you're trading Nifty, there is a technique which I'm going to share with you shortly. And before that, I will show you like what I am going to do, how I use BHOOMI. So these are your absolute reversal levels, what you are seeing right now on this particular chart. And I would go for anything which gives me a star and a buy in 15 minutes. Star and the sell, you know. That's how I trade Nifty. But if you use certain features in them, like purple candles and the formations and the other things, and especially the 3 minutes momentum here, it goes something like, okay, let me go to the other chart. It goes something like the game starts this way. 25th, let me come to 25th. Okay, this is an example, what I'm going to show you. You can trade it from the red to green also. So this would be your typical buy slot on BHOOMI with the reversals. That means you're 100% sure that the stock is not going to come back here. It has to go and touch this red line. That is how these lines are actually being created. So it has to go and touch this line and come back. So you buy your stock here, you put your stop loss just below this, and just see from this is your risk and this is your reward. That's how you keep trading this. Any close above the red line, you don't do that. Any close only below the red line, you tend to actually go ahead. See, this is what I'm trying to tell you. but the action was too fast that day. You couldn't actually get anything on this. It went well, the purple candle. It took it till this, but mostly what happens is if you trade at 10,500, your stop loss should be at 10,406. That is like 100 point stop loss for almost 83 points of your target, which is really not a good R by R. So what you do is you tend to make sure that you buy the stock here on this line and you sell the stock here on this line. What happens is the stock is not going to come above this red line at any cost. 90% of the time the stock is not going to. Once it falls below the red line, it is not going to come. And your targets are till here, my friend, 10,280. That's how the whole system works. And if you're a BHOOMI subscriber, you can see most of the action on Nifty and Bank Nifty by many of our traders on Slack. You can catch the action on that as well. Yep, Rakesh.
Thanks. We have Chandra Patel who says, Sir, I'm impressed with you people's work. I want to subscribe. Please tell me how to approach. Any offer for Guru Purnima?
Always, my friend. Always. And Rakesh is going to showcase that. At the end of the webinar, he's going to show you exactly like how much the payment and everything, everything, whatever the percentage is, everything, the discount and everything is going to say. And guys, I request you people to please join the Slack. I know we are only having 5% of the audience in Slack. This is very bad, and I've been requesting everyone join Slack, guys. It's fun. I know you guys are excellent traders, exceptional traders. You don't want to share your ideas with the other people, but on this Guru Purnima day, become the gurus. Come to Slack. Do keep telling people, post your trades. You trade by using BHOOMI. There's this guy, man, who made 45 lakhs in one day, and if he posts his trades over there on Slack, it's a different thing. I requested him, and he said, "Hey, Karthik bhai, I cannot. I'm happy with BHOOMI." It's like, what can I say? I know. Please don't take me bad, my friend, if you're there in this room. Uh, so I just request you guys to join Slack. Just come to Slack. It's amazing channel. It's a lot of action is going on there.
All right. I think I think we're done with the questions. I'm just going to walk you through on the screener and the other process that we have. In the meanwhile, if you have any questions, please keep posting your questions on the question section. We'll just come back to this in maybe 10 minutes, not more. And once you get access, whatever Karthik has showed us until now is the front end of it. How does BHOOMI look like? What are the labels? What are the zones? What are the different breakout and reversal levels that we have to look at on the chart? Right. So while we are so engrossed into these charts, looking at it and learning from the candlesticks, and all those lines that you see, what are we missing is the stock screener. How many stocks can we scan at a single point in time? Maybe 2, 3, 4, 5. If you're very good at it, can add a couple more. But we have given you 50 stock screener, all the stocks in Nifty 50 that will be pulled and presented here as a buy and sell labels for all your stocks. So let's assume that because I'm a admin, I have access to almost all the exchanges that we have. But I'm just going to show you how NSE looks like. So once you choose NSE, you can filter out the stocks based on your criteria. Some people come in and say, today I'm going to trade only Bajaj Finance, Bharti Airtel, and Dr. Reddy. I'm not going to touch anything else. So you can choose those stocks and look at the filters based on only to see symbols only on those stocks. And as Karthik has pointed out, you're going to do sorting based on the profit percentage or the loss percentage that the stock has opened for the day. So if you know that the Nifty is bullish, but today market is going to be bullish, so all you're going to do is filter out all the signals based on the buy and uptrend, and you will not even look at the signals that are showing up in your sell side. So based on the market direction, you can also pick up the type of signals that you would like to choose. Right, and the time frame 1 hour, 4 hour, and 15 minutes. So currently, for intraday NSE we use 15 minutes. For positional and swing we use 1 hour. 4 hours is not yet there, but we have it on Nasdaq and a couple other markets like Forex. where people stay in the stock for a week or two and take out the maximum fruits, and you can filter out based on the price and start date, end date, a couple of them. So I'm just going to filter this out here for you now. I just chose NSC and I click on search, and this is how the purple candles are highlighted. So whatever you see as a dark background in red, which is a sell side purple candle. All right, and the buy here says that there's a buy label and the sell says a sell label. The uptrend is the green star and the downtrend is the red star. So this is how it is depicted in the screener. So for your eyes to catch the purple bars quickly, they are highlighted here, and this is Dr. Reddy, which is in green. I think I hit refresh now. Okay, so this is the Dr. Reddy, which is in green. So this is how the purple bars are highlighted. So this is in a nutshell about the screener. As you use it, I think there are a lot of other features that you will explore out of it. And as Chandrasekhar has asked me, what are the prices and everything, and even the offer, the webinar offer that we have. You need to go to our website, which is niftyanalysis.in, and you click on pricing at the top. So we have put it at a very prominent place for you. And in the pricing section, let me just close this out. All right, so in the pricing section, we have BHOOMI 2.0 NSE, which works on all stocks, Nifty and Bank Nifty. And I just, you know, help you walk through the screener, which works on all Nifty 50 stocks, Nifty and Bank Nifty on 15-minute and 1 hour time frame. So in addition to BHOOMI 2.0 NSE indicator and in addition to the screener, what you get is BHOOMI Absolute, which is a support indicator, as we point out. So in the support indicator, we give you the uptrend and downtrend stars, which shows the trend change in the market. And the second one that we have is BHOOMI Sentiment, whereas in various time frames, how is the same stock behaving? So what is in which direction is the market for that particular stock, right? And the third one that we have in BHOOMI Absolute is the reversal and then breakout levels. I think the Karthik has spent most of the time there today, so those are beautiful. So the reversal and absolute levels. So the cost of this indicator is 4,000 rupees, but as a website offer, we have listed it as 3,500. And in addition to that, as a webinar discount, we add another 500 rupees discount and we offer the entire package for 1 month at 3,000 rupees only. So everything packaged together for 1 month, it will cost you 3,000 rupees. So that's about BHOOMI 2.0 NSE. In a similar way, we have global indices, which works on all major global indices across the globe. The cost is 2,000 rupees. And if you are not from India, we have also listed the USD price, right? And we have a screener for all the indicators that we have. Similarly, for FX, the price is 2,000 rupees, and we also have a screener and all the absolute levels. BHOOMI COMEX is one of our signature indicators that we have to offer. This is an exceptional indicator, I would say the best that we have. And this works great on COMEX markets. When you look at the global markets, it works on gold, crude, silver, palladium, copper, and natural gas. And whereas we have left it open for everything on the MCX exchange, in addition to whatever is listed, you can see, I think, copper, lead, and aluminum. So, and also gold petal, gold mini, silver mini, all those on the MCX markets you can trade. And it's just great on 1 hour. You guys should look at it. And BHOOMI option levels is a free indicator in addition to BHOOMI 2.0 NSC that we have to offer. So basically, this is for options and positional trades. And these are designed based on the thorough research and advanced study of stocks, right, which gives us a fair value to enter. And this is also free of cost. And this is BHOOMI option levels, which is given free of cost for our subscribers. And the levels changes every month. And as you see here, the levels are plotted from the 1st of the current month to the last day of the current month. And if you do not see, I think that's a different tech thing. We'll talk about it later. And for everybody who has joined us from abroad today, BHOOMI Nasdaq is a recently introduced indicator that we have, and the cost is at 3,000 rupees introductory offer. We have alerts on 15 minutes, 1 hour, and also 4 hours that we have recently added to make it more easy for our traders to look at the positional and swing trades. That's about the indicators that we have. Let's assume that you would like to take one of the indicators. You click on Pay Now. Um, Right now, there's a two-step process that you will have to go through. The first step process is you make a payment and then you fill up the form on the right side. So how do you make a payment? Right, there are two UPI addresses that are listed here: Nifty analysis at ICICI, Nifty analysis at UPI. Okay, so you will choose your bank app or you will choose a wallet app. If you are making a credit card payment, you can add the credit card to your wallet apps, and using that wallet app, you can make a payment to Nifty analysis at ICICI. We currently do not have a link that we can share and then you can make a payment through credit card, but there's a workaround. You can link it up to your apps and then make a payment. If you are not from India and would like to make a payment, you will use PayPal, and the link is listed on the third point. Use the link. The fourth option is once you make a payment, please fill the form on the right side of the page to activate your account, and please allow us 12 to 24 hours for activation. So once you make a payment on the right side, this is nothing but you've given our your details in terms of where do we need to give access to, and also payment reference number for us to reconcile it for end of the day. And to get access to the screener, we will follow the fifth point. Once you click on this link, I'll just log out. Uh, Once you click on this link, it will direct you to this page and you go to new user. Okay, and you will fill up this form and register. So this is a one-time registration process that needs to be done for a user, and once it's done, every time you renew, it's going to update in the backend. So the first time process that you will have to fill up this form and register here, and once your account is activated, you will receive an email with all the information, and you will come back here, and as an existing user, you will log in and use the screener. So that's the entire process of how to make a payment and how to fill up the forms, and wait for an email confirmation from our end. And once your account is active, then you can start using it. So that's it. We have to offer today. I'm going to welcome back Karthik.
The two things which I need to tell you before trading, and this technique which I'm going to show you now for all the BHOOMI subscribers. Please watch this very carefully. Okay, let me show you something here. Okay, okay, watch this very closely. This is this fun. So what happens when the price is crossing this green channel? Now it has to go and touch this channel. Now what we do for fun is we try to enter this channel as soon as this thing is happening, and doesn't matter if it is you are going to carry it forward, nothing. It has to go and touch this level. So forget about it. It's not going to come fall once it is done. So the price we enter here is 615, and we wait till we reach 624 in Grasm. We do not buy on the top of this red channel. We buy only on the top of this green channel. Everything we do is on top of this green channel. We do not do anything like see you're here. Once it is crossing, see here what happened. It didn't cross. I just hit a wick. It never crossed. So we look into the other things. There's a beautiful purple candle. Anyways, once it happens, it doesn't matter which zone it is. If you look at the zone, it's good, but it has to come and fall. It gives you more money than anything. So this is some fun which I'm talking about. Like when we see something falling from the red zone, just go ahead, hit it, guys. See, this is what happened here. It fell, and you take a shot here as soon as you see some close here, and your stop loss is 622. You can put it as like 626. You see the stop loss and you see the target, a 10 rupee target, and it has to come and touch this 90% of the time, guys. I mean, like, keep doing this. It's a lot of fun. You can just scalp for like 5K, 6K, and please post your profits on the Slack. You tell me like how much you made on this, and more information on it I'm going to share, because if you have any doubt, please come back to me and ask me. Do not experiment this. I know the margin of error is very small. This is your margin of error, but still don't do it, because पैसे मुफ्त में नहीं आते, friends. Maybe my Hindi is good. That's the thing, Rakesh. That's the thing. I'm struggling with my Hindi, man. I don't know what happened to me. Suddenly, I just lost.
I think
Suddenly, I just lost.
I know. And I think you have no company there to speak in Hindi.
No, I talk to Raksha in Hindi, and I talk to her most of the time in English. But yeah, true that. I'm just losing my um, vocabulary. So that's it for the day, guys. Have fun. See you all in the Slack in the morning, and please make sure how to pick the stocks. This is how you do. At 9:15, you come here and pick the percentage. You see the top 10 stocks. Make sure that the top 10 stocks are above this green zone. Blindly go for it. Or you ask me in the Slack, I'll tell you. So that's it for the day, Rakesh. I'll see you soon, man. Take care. Bye bye.
Great, Karthik. Thank you for joining us. And I thank everyone, especially our current subscribers who take out their time and join us every week twice. I really appreciate them because they are here to learn one new thing in every webinar. So I think
Yes.
that makes them really
Yes.
special. So I thank
Yes.
them. And I
And
also thank the new people who've
yes.
joined us today.
And yes. And one more thing, I just posted something on my Twitter. There is something called three strike pattern. I want you guys to know it and retweet it as much as possible, because it's going to help a lot of new traders. That's one heck of a pattern which is very silent pattern. Not many people understand this, but do not try to short the stock on it. Only try to look for a buys on it, because the success rate on the buy is more than the selling pattern. So, yep. See you guys.